Hello, everybody, and welcome to Madison, Wisconsin for tonight's SFLm action between the Lexington Miners and the Madison Lynx. We're getting this week kicked off in style, folks. I'm Jack Brown alongside Brett Solberg, and we'll be with you tonight for all the action. Brett, for the Miners, it's do or die time. If they lose this ball game, they are out of playoff contention. How do you think they're going to play knowing that?
Well, considering that they had a bye week recently, they're all refreshed and recharged and ready to go. This should be a more explosive Lexington team than we saw in their last game against Tacoma, a 30-17 loss. However, on Madison's side, they're also coming from a loss from Tacoma just the previous week, 30-20. So both teams are in a similar situation at the moment. We're going to have to see how both teams play this week as they're both out of a playoff position. And hopefully for both teams, they're going to get a win tonight.
Yeah, but unfortunately for one of these teams, only one of them can win. And it could be really anybody's game. These two teams are looking very evenly matched up, and it'll be quite the interesting ball game here, folks. Don't go anywhere. It's SFLm action here on the Simulation Football League's YouTube page. Madison Lynx set to receive the opening kickoff. They'll be going from left to right. That means, of course, that Lexington will receive the second half kickoff. And we are underway from the great state of Wisconsin. Taking the kick of 10 past the 20, 25, near the 30. That's not going to go. First and 10 for Eric Price and the Madison Lynx.
And Eric Price having a decent game in his last week against Tacoma, 35 of 44 for 312 yards. Evened out his TD to interception ratio, 2-2 in that game. Hopefully he can be a little bit more consistent in this game. He's got two great options in the wideouts.
That he does. But for us now, it's first and 10. Short drop from Eric Price, throws over the middle. That one's going to be caught. Gain of 7 on the play. Nice job just to get the throw off. And it was a quick one, too, to number 11, Essex Denabola.
And Denabola looking to follow off on his great game last week. 8 receptions for 111 yards. He's going to want to get triple digits again this week.
Second and 3. Heavy set is the call. Handoff up the middle to Trey Fennick, and Trey Fennick makes the room for himself, gets the first down up to the Lynx 40-yard line.
And Trey Fennick is starting to become that reliable guy on second downs to get you past that first down line, especially on this play here. Offensive line give him enough space to go through, and it's an easy first down for Madison.
First and 10, ball's on their own 40. 3 wide, just one man off to his left for Eric Price. Slings it on the flat route. That's going to be caught inbounds by Essex Denabola.
And they're looking to Denabola early in this drive here. An in route on his first catch and now an out route to the sidelines on his second catch. Another second and medium situation for Madison. It looks like they're slowly trudging downfield here.
Yep, it is the perfect pace for Madison on offense right now after 3 plays. Second and 6. Offset eye with 2 wide to the bottom of your screen. Another deep drop from Eric Price. Throws deep, and that one's going to be snagged out of the air by Essex Denabola. Down to the 31-yard line of the Lexington Miners.
And we're seeing a lot of Essex Denabola. Third catch already. We've seen 3 different routes from him this time. This going through a post route to the middle, and an excellent jumping catch. Another first down for Madison.
So far, couldn't be going any better for the Lynx offense. Handoff up the middle to Trey Fennick, and Trey Fennick waltzes forward for a gain of 8 on the play.
And again, it's a great start for the offensive line, giving enough space for Trey Fennick as he just ran up the middle and wasn't touched for about 4 or 5 yards until he got a little bit downfield, and now it's another second and medium situation. I would say second and short.
Another handoff to Trey Fennick, this time to the outside. Trey Fennick picks up the block, gets the first down, and already not even 3 minutes off the clock, and the Lynx are in the red zone.
My lord, this is a great start for the offensive line. They have been ready for this game for a while, it seems like. Excellent blocking to give Trey Fennick that outside drive for that first down.
Handoff once again to Trey Fennick, and he's going to go down for a loss of yardage this time. Lexington getting into the backfield and making the stop where it matters.
Yeah, and this is from Stephen Black, it looks like, the outside linebacker, number 52 on that one. Getting ahead of the offensive line for the first time there and getting to Fennick behind the line.
Second down and 11. Empty backfield look. Price has got a lot of time in the backfield. Throws it short. That one's going to be caught and fights forward for the first down. He is going to get it. Nice job to keep the legs moving from number 45. I think that is Sheldon Hilton.
Excellent strength after the catch there to push himself down to that first down line. And now Lexington 6 yards away from the end zone. Or not Lexington, Madison, my mistake.
First and goal. Short drop, throws over the middle. That one was nearly picked off the defender. Jumping the route, that's Usman the second.
And Usman the second had a decent game in his last game there. Just gotta find him real quick. Having a problem with my stat sheet here. I'm sorry.
No worries. Jaleel Usman had 10 tackles and an assist with a half sack, 3 TFLs.
There it is.
Second and goal. Short drop from Eric Price. Throws over. That's going to be another tip ball. Hits the ground with no real worry to them. The deflection was made by, that looked to be number 22, Mike Little.
It looked like a little bit of a deflection, but also I would almost argue that it was an over route done by Hugh McClenny there, which unfortunately just didn't get that catch there. But nonetheless, a third down situation, the first time we've seen it from Madison's offense.
Third down and goal. Ball's on the 6. They need 6 yards for the score. Short drop by Eric Price. Throws on the flat, caught in bounds, and that's not going to get it in. That's not going to get in. They're going to be on the 1, and it's going to be about a 18-yard field goal.
Yeah, just a little bit too late on that pass from Price there. When it comes to out routes, I've said it a few times before in the seasons that you have to be very pinpoint if you want the receiver to keep running after the catch on those out routes. Unfortunately, just a yard short.
Fourth and goal is going to be possibly just a chip shot field goal. Kick is up, and it is through from 18 out. And Madison takes the lead 3-0 in this contest.
And Lexington's defense does come back to the sidelines with a little bit of a sigh of relief there. Madison was doing a great job clawing its way down the field, but the Lexington defense had a great goal line stand to limit them to only 3 points.
Kicks away. It's going to be a little bit of a high one, taken at the 10. And it's going to be taken up to the 25, 27-yard line. And Lexington, their offense comes out for the first time this evening. And, well, probably the most pressure these offensive players have felt throughout their young careers.
And Dave Burr is going to probably want to forget a little bit of the last game that he was in with his 3 interceptions in the last game, but the bye week hopefully gave him a little bit of an energize.
Burr starting under center is going to be a handoff to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy gains 1 yard, no more, no less.
Now, O'Shaughnessy had a little bit of a slow game last game, only 18 carries for 39 yards, but also had 30 yards of receiving as well. So we should see a lot more of O'Shaughnessy this week.
2nd and 9, 2 wide to the bottom with a simple I formation behind him. Deep drop by Dave Burr. Going to move up in the pocket. Hit as he throws. Goes for the sideline. His receiver dove for it, but it's no good. 3rd and 9.
And after that step back, it seemed like Bird thought to himself that he maybe stepped back a little bit too far, so he immediately went ahead a little bit and almost got that pass off. It was very much a pinpoint pass, just a little bit too far for the receiver.
3rd and 9. 4 wide for Dave Burr. Throws it under. That one's going to be caught inbounds. Is he going to fight for it for the first? No, 4th and inches. It's a little bit too early for a challenge, but if it was a little bit later on in the game, I'd throw out the red flag.
Brian Way possibly shucked his way a little bit too slow on that one there to unfortunately just be a chin hair away from the first down line there. Maybe if he kept running, he would have passed that line, but unfortunately, it looks like they're going to punt.
High snap, but the kick is away from Rand Fullman. Taking about the 25, and they're going to flip the field.
Definitely not the start Lexington wants on offense for having an early 3-and-out there, but hopefully their defense will get a stop here so the offense can get right back on the field.
Four wide, one in the backfield for Eric Price. Price, short drop, goes over the middle. That one's going to be caught. Gain of about 6 on the play.
And that's the first time we've seen Justice Blackwell in the game so far. His last game included 7 receptions for 52 yards. He's always that mid to deep threat when it comes to it. People think of Denibola right away when it comes to Madison's receivers, but don't forget about Blackwell. He is just as lethal.
Hand off up the middle to Eric Price and Trey Fennick. Trey Fennick. He's got a lot of room to run. Gets down to the 46. Despite the name confusion, Trey Fennick gets him across midfield.
And you have to love the resiliency and strength from Trey Fennick's run here, shedding 2 tackles right away, right at the line, and about 5 yards after the line. He just wanted to keep going, and now Madison is past midfield, and it's looking like Madison continues to trudge forward in this first quarter.
Going to be a little play action pass from Eric Price. Throws it flat. Going to be caught up for 5 yards. Simple little flat route to Trey Fennick with the play action. Actually, the fullback, Paul Rambo.
And Trey Fennick, as much as we know about his ability to run the football, he's pretty decent at catching the ball too. He had 6 receptions for 23 yards in the last game. He's always a great option when it comes to those flat route passes like we saw here.
Hand off to Trey Fennick to the outside. He's going to lose a yard.
That was basically immediately right at the line. He got stopped right there. Great job by the Lexington defense to recognize the play happening and getting to him right away.
Third down and 6. Completely empty backfield for the Lynx. Be a pump fake. Slant route over the middle. That one's going to be incomplete. Seemed that he just kind of threw it a little bit too low, as there were at least 2 or 3 people who could have caught that football.
Yeah, exactly what happened there is that it looked to be like 3 receivers wide open a little bit further down the field, but Jaleel Usman and his big hands were managed to get that ball tipped away there. So a great job by the Lexington defense to force a punt here after Madison scored 3 points on their first drive.
Fourth and 6. Punts away from Pete Ellis. And that one's going to be a great kick, bouncing inside the 5. And it's going to be down to Lexington's 4. The guy who got that on the punt coverage, he stopped out a millimeter or 2 before the goal line.
And he curved himself away from that line, the end zone line right there, so that he can make sure that he was still in bounds. And now Lexington, despite getting the stop here, now has 96 yards to get to the end zone. Let's see what happens.
It's always interesting when you see these long drives. Handoff right up the middle. No, what just happened? It seemed to be that the play got blown up. He was lucky to get back to the line in time. Was Dave Burr. He was in the end zone for a hot minute. He could have been sacked for safety.
Yeah, what ended up happening here is that the Madison defense basically got past the offensive line so quickly that Burr couldn't even hand the ball to O'Shaughnessy, and he basically had to scramble back to the line. That's amazing.
Yeah, again, he was in the end zone for a few seconds there. That could have been a safety. Hand off to O'Shaughnessy. This one works to a charm. Gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 8 on the 6.
Well, they got the handoff this time there. It almost looked like a virtually the same play, but this time they got the handoff on there, but unfortunately only 2 yards gained, so still another 94 yards to go for them.
3rd down and 8. Give me another handoff to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy's blown up in the backfield. And Lexington is right back to where they started, 4th and 10 from the 4.
And you have to appreciate Madison's defensive line to basically be on attack mode when they're inside their other team's 5, essentially, to make the stops there. When it comes to inside 5 drives on the offense, though, it's so tough to make it a passing play because you always fear the safety. And that's essentially what happened on this drive.
Punt is away. It's going to be fielded at the 35. Taking up to the 30. This is amazing field position for Madison.
Yeah, basically almost at field goal position here. You have to give the pats on the back if you're the coaches of the Madison Lynx there to basically keep them inside the 5, have them get a short punt, and essentially only 30 yards to go here.
First and 10, deep drop for Eric Price. He's got a lot of room to work with. Throws the end zone. That one's going to be caught. Touchdown, Madison Lynx. What a way to read the defense. Get right behind him. And it's going to be a nice little waltz into the end zone for number 45, the tight end, Sheldon Hilton.
And Hilton was wide open down the corner there. It seemed like nobody was trying to focus on him. And he just had a wide open catch and paid it for 6. And Madison getting an early start to this game. Extra point will possibly make it 10-0 in this first quarter.
And if you're Lexington, obviously it's not really that far out of reach, but you kind of have to start really thinking about what you're doing now, because in a game that means this much, 2 possessions is quite the hole to find yourself in this early on. As the kick is good.
And you hit it right on the nose there, I believe. Lexington definitely has to start being a little bit more aggressive now as we end this first quarter and get into the second quarter, because essentially this is a playoff spot on the line for them. They really need to get ahead on that offense there and not get stopped basically in your own backfield.
Kick is away from Madison, fielded at the 9 or so yard line by Lexington. Taking up to the 27. Nice little return for the Miners. And after that disaster in terms of field position standpoint, this one has to feel like, they're down to their own 10. Or
this one actually isn't too bad, I would say. 75 yards is definitely better than 95 yards, I think. But we'll have to see what this offense does here.
Hand off up the middle to Bailey O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy gains about 5 on the run.
I like that run there from O'Shaughnessy there. A little bit off the right in the formation and basically had a decent hole to go down the field. And second and medium is always a delight to have, especially when you're Dave Burr, because that opens up the playbook and you have a lot of options to go to now.
Second and 5. Deep drop for Dave Burr. Throws it over to O'Shaughnessy. And the defense was already there to just clamp down on it. tackle made by number 53. That is Nathaniel Diggs.
And Nathaniel Diggs, this will be his SFLm debut here, just signed this week, and already keying in on Bailey O'Shaughnessy, who has had a lot of work so far in this first quarter.
Deep drop for Dave Burr, throws it short, tipped up in the air. That one's going to be incomplete, 4th and 6.
Looked like to be a little bit less mustard that he wanted to on that pass. A little bit soft throw there, and Kenny Miller was basically butterfingers away from getting that interception there. But Madison's doing a great job stopping this Lexington offense so far in this quarter, and they could have another opportunity to be in good field position.
Snap is high, but the kick is away. And it's going to be taken up to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lynx.
And Madison has been red hot so far in this first quarter, and you have to ask yourself, is this going to continue all game? Because if it is, Lexington's going to have a long day on defense. Lexington needs to stop them right here.
Madison coming out with the empty backfield. Madison slings it over the middle. That was going to be a first down. Up to the 46 once again. And Madison, just look, they flashed for a second. Eric Price has 108 yards already on the day compared to Dave Burr, who only has 8.
And it's just a simple fact that Eric Price is finding his targets is what's happening here. Jim Copeland Jr. this time was the receiver on this one here, and you can trust him for those first down catches like you saw here.
That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Madison, Wisconsin. The Lynx are up 10-zip on the Lexington Miners. You're watching the Simulation Football League Minor Leagues here on YouTube. Deep drop from Eric Price. Throws over the middle.
Wow.
Going to be caught by Denabola. Nearly sheds the tackle for the touchdown. Gets it down to the 5-yard line. And Eric Price, he must have heard somewhere that like maybe his draft stock wasn't too high, because he has chosen violence this day and is just, he's launched an air raid on the Miners defense.
Well, you got to give credit to Price, but you also have to give credit to Denabola getting himself that open. There was a good 2 yards of space that he had, so Eric Price just gave him an easy throw. And Denabola and Price have been lethal in this first quarter and a bit already.
Lethal is an understatement. 1st and goal, handoff to Trey Fennick, and Fennick waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown, Madison Lynx. They are up 17 points, and we're barely a minute into the second.
That'll be 17 pending the extra point, but these last 2 drives for Madison have been so quick to the end zone. One play, 30-yard drive on the last one here, and this one essentially was 2 plays, although it was maybe more like 3 or 4, but it was 2 big plays that led to this touchdown. Madison is on point tonight.
Snap is low, kick is away, and it is good. Madison up 17-zip on top of the Lexington Miners. And Lexington, someone may have forgotten to tell them the memo that if they lose, they're out tonight.
Yeah, and hopefully this easy touchdown from Fennick is a wake-up call for the offense to start getting going, because 8 yards passing in the first quarter is not good for Dave Burr. He's gonna have to start slinging a little bit more now.
Yeah, it's going to get time to really make some action soon, as the Miners return team takes it up to the 31.
You know what? Not a bad job by the special teams of Lexington to get past the kicking line, essentially. You see the X on the spot on there. I like to call it the kicking line. I'm pretty sure that's not what it's called. But Dave Burr, let's see what you can do on this drive, my man.
So we'll have to look into us to know the exact terminology of that. 1st and 10 for the Miners. 3 wide, 1 in the backfield is their look. Dave Burr, deep drop. Throws it short, and that one is nearly intercepted. And Madison getting the hand out there. That is going to be Black on the deflection.
And I felt like Dave Burr just threw a soft pass on there. When it comes to those out routes, you need to dart it a little bit faster on there. You don't like seeing it, but there's still enough time to adjust and get those passes completed.
Yeah, you need to just sling it when you're doing those short routes, because soft throws like that are what the defense likes to pick off. A lot of time for Dave Burr. Does another one, and that one's going to be tipped away again by the same player for the Madison Lynx.
I think that was essentially 2 targets to the same player, so Stephen Black having an easy time there with those deflections. An arcing pass, which was definitely on target, but when you have a slower pass, it's definitely easier for the defenders to get those deflections.
Going to be a deep throw, caught inbounds. That's a first down. And for the first time today, it feels like a genuine offensive success for the Miners.
Well, what ended up happening in this play here was David Guerra getting very much open so that Burr has enough time to throw that ball to him. And sometimes those arcing passes do work, especially when you're wide open like that. And Lexington can kind of sigh a little bit of a sigh of relief here. Now they got their first down. They can start progressing forward. Let's get into business. That's got to be their mindset.
Another deep drop for Dave Burr. Throws it deep over the middle. That one's going to be caught. Threaded the needle to the 35. And he is still, even despite being down by 3 possessions and letting up that easy touchdown, he's not letting it rattle him yet.
Yeah, now Dave Burr is starting to get going here. Like you said, threading the needle on the pass to Zachary Patton. And hopefully this continues on for Lexington so they can get on the score sheet.
Short drop, throws to the sideline. That was going to be dropped. No, it was caught. Looked like it was dropped for a second there. I mean, hey.
That is unbelievable. What ended up happening is that he bobbled the pass, got off the defender, and he ended up still catching the ball on the defender's chest to get them to a 2nd and 5. Unbelievable.
He just yoinked the interception right out from underneath him. And another spectacular catch, the one-handed grab to the 19 of the Madison Lynx.
What a set of 2 plays there. Brian Way, get yourself a contract, my man. That is 2 unbelievable catches. The first one, catching it on the defender, and this one, a one-handed catch. He is unbelievable this drive. Wow.
Actually, sorry to correct you here, Brett. That second one was caught by number 88, the tight end Eric Ketchum, which, I mean, hey, I think that's quite the fitting name.
Yeah.
1st and 10, throws over to O'Shaughnessy, and O'Shaughnessy just, with a little burst of speed down the sidelines, gets it to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Lexington Miners. And the offense this drive, it has just been a different unit from what we've seen the past quarter and a little bit.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank you for making the proper name change. I apologize to the tight end on that one there. Second off, you're absolutely right. The second quarter has basically been an entirely different Lexington team. This has been a fun drive to watch so far.
And off to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy brought down behind the line. Makes it a 2nd and goal from the 6.
The group tackle there, you see Lear and Stephen Black on the shared tackle on that one. to stop O'Shaughnessy, to possibly try to halt them from getting any further, but Lexington still at the 6. There's still a lot to go here.
Short drop from Dave Burr, throws it to the sideline. That's inbounds, caught, touchdown Miners. They're not letting Madison run away with stealing their playoff spot.
And this is the drive that they needed to have. It started off with a little bit of a few shaky passes, but once Dave Burr got it going, he got it going for this Lexington team, and the team responded real quick. David Guerras had enough time to catch that ball and run to the end zone. And now we're going to see a football game, ladies and gentlemen.
Pending the extra points, only going to be 10 points the difference between these two ball clubs. Kick is away, and it is good. 17-7 is the current score. You know, another team that has a vested interest in Lexington performing tonight is the Salt Lake City Rustlers, who can clinch a playoff spot tonight if both Madison loses and Memphis loses in the other game going on right now. Halfway through the first over there, it's tied 0-0. Booming kick is away, fielded at the 8 or so. Taken up past the 20, spins around, gets it up to the 26.
And now if you're Madison here, you want to continue these impressive drives that you've had so far in this first quarter and a half, to keep that distance between yourself and Lexington here, because now Lexington's starting to get a little momentum here. So Madison needs to respond after this great drive from the Lexington offense.
And off up the middle to Trey Fennick, and Fennick gets about a yard.
That's a good start from the Lexington defense there. Trey Fennick has been having a decent game so far, getting that rushing touchdown a few drives ago that we already had. You want to stop him at this point, because if he starts getting going, there's no stopping Trey Fennick.
Gonna be a little play action move. Throws on the flat, or the out route, apologies. And a gain of 6 on the play to Essex Denibola.
And Denibola doing a great job keeping his feet in bounds, as the pass was pretty close to the out of bounds line on there, but Denibola managed to skittle his feet a little bit, a la Fred Flintstone on that one, to get in bounds.
Third and 3. Handoff up the middle once again to Trey Fennick, and Trey Fennick makes it a first down up to the 42-yard line, just wheeling and dealing through the defense.
And once again, great job by the offensive line to get that separation for Trey Fennick. Look at the blocking from Paul Rambo on that one there. If he didn't get that stop, Fennick would have been stopped basically right at the line. Excellent blocking by this Madison offense here to get that first down.
Short drop from Eric Price. Deep ball over the middle. That's going to be broken up. 2nd and 10. Essex Denibola. That was his 8th target tonight. He has 6 receptions already.
Yeah, and when you're as hot as Denibola at this point, the defense has to start laying in either some decent hits or try to get that interception there, which in this play was a combination of both. So a good stop by Lexington to kind of halt Denibola from getting any more yardage in this first half.
Second and 10. Throws towards the sideline. Caught inbounds. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Loving this short and long pass combinations that we've been seeing from Eric Price so far. Kind of making the defense move around and trying to guess what he's going to do next on this one here. A nice short little out route sets up a third and medium situation here for Madison.
Handoff up the middle to Trey Fenix. Going to be a 4th and 1. Didn't quite get there, and the Lexington Miners defense gets the stop they needed.
Derek Williams, got to give credit on that tackle there. That was essentially a drive-stopping tackle, because if he didn't get that diving tackle there, Trey Fennick would have had an easy first down, maybe a few yards more, and Madison would have continued their momentum.
Punt is away, and Lexington's going to be able to return this up to the 14.
And out back comes the Lexington offense, and Dave Burr, who has had a great blast drive here, wants to continue that momentum, get Lexington crawling back to this game here, because another touchdown makes it a simple 3-point game potentially here.
First and 10, handoff to O'Shaughnessy up the middle, and O'Shaughnessy
Watch out!
sheds a few tacklers. Can he shed a few more? Not too many more. Gets up to the 38-yard line.
And just when you thought O'Shaughnessy wasn't having a great first half, here Bailey comes to get some yardage, trudging down the field, shedding tackles, running faster than we've seen Bailey so far in this game. Manages to get them a little bit ahead now, getting closer to midfield.
Deep drop once again, throws over, caught inbounds to the first down, crossing midfield to the 49. And that's once again caught by number 88.
And Eric Ketchum did a great job getting himself open, but Dave Burr gave him a great laser pass on this one here. And Ketchum got a little bit more yardage after the pass, so you got to give credit to his strength to get ahead. And now Lexington continues the train of momentum here.
Handoff up the middle once again to O'Shaughnessy, and got lit up at the point of contact. Gain of 7 on the play. Gotta know who that is first, who just destroyed O'Shaughnessy.
That was Adrian Blaine on that one there. What a hit.
And it's going to be another handoff, but it's a loss of 1, 3rd and 4.
A nice swarm by the Madison defense there to stop the Bay train, as they like to call Bailey O'Shaughnessy on this one here. And now Lexington, 3rd down. What you going to do here?
And it's going to be another handoff to O'Shaughnessy. Gets the first down. And I think there's an extra yard just for extra measure. And there's about a minute to go till the 2-minute warning. Lexington has seemed to really take control of this game as the course has turned.
It basically feels like the field has turned in favor of Lexington now here, as they have got all the momentum now.
Handoff to O'Shaughnessy. Gain of 2. They're just looking to milk the clock out and hopefully put some points up on the board.
A nice tackle by Jay Rock there to essentially stop O'Shaughnessy on his tracks there, to only limit to 2 yards on that one there.
Handoff once again. O'Shaughnessy's going to lose 3. Makes it a net -1, as that brings us to the 2-minute warning on the dot. Madison up 17-7. But don't go anywhere, folks. Lexington is driving down the field and looking to make it just that much closer heading into halftime. Deep drop, and that's going to be a sack.
Oh.
Dean Lear coming in hot and takes out Dave Burr. That's going to set up 4th and very, very long.
It's a very unfortunate play from Dave Burr there. A little bit too focused on trying to find his receivers there. Basically going in the direction of Dean Lear, unfortunately, which possibly could have kicked them out of field goal range on this one. Because they do have Chance Talon, who has a nice leg, but unfortunately they're going to have to punt.
See how the punting unit does for the Miners. Kick is away. That's going to be waved for a fair catch at the 12.
Now Madison has a $1.13 to play with here to see if they can get any more points before the first half ends, essentially trying to stop any momentum that Lexington has gained, which has been a lot of momentum, especially in the second quarter. If they can get some points here, it's going to look really good as they head to the locker room.
And off to the outside to Trey Fennick, and that's going to be a loss of 3, puts them within their own 10.
And a nice pursuit of the running back from number 96. That's going to be Mark Radson on the tackle there, getting to the Trey Fennick as quickly as possible. A loss of 3 on that.
Short drop, throws once again to Trey Fennick. Regains 2 of those yards, makes it 3rd and 11.
And Lexington's defense has definitely put the pressure on Eric Price here. Definitely stopping the momentum that Price has had so far, having over 100 yards in this first quarter, only getting about 60 in this second quarter here, slowly chopping him down, it feels like.
And it's going to be a lot of pressure from Lexington, and they're going to be able to hit Dave Burr as the ball was thrown. It's going to be incomplete, 4th and 11.
Check that, they're hitting Eric Price on that one, but
Price,
you have to give credit to the Lexington defensive line for that insane pressure that they did on these 3 plays to basically push them back further, and now Lexington could possibly have a chance to still score before the end of this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have just a few seconds, but they do have all 3 timeouts. Clock's running. 7 seconds. I would advise a fair catch. No. They're going to have 5 seconds, 48 yards. Brett, I'm smelling a Hail Mary.
It's definitely possible with 48 yards. Dave Burr, I feel like he has the arm for at least 55, 60 yards, if not more there. So this is definitely a comfortable scenario here, and it's definitely looking like it. Full receivers to your bottom.
5 seconds remaining. Dave Burr's got a completely empty pocket. He's going to move around. Oh, he's sacked! Loses a good chunk of yards, make it 6. The only thing that stopped this from going to the half is the timeout called by Chad Rowland.
And it's still, again, with the response from great pressure from the Lexington defensive line, Madison's defensive line gets to Burr there, and now it's a little bit more yardage to work against for Lexington. Now they have to throw it 54 yards to the end zone. We'll see if Burr's got the arm for this one.
That's where it needs to be. A lot of time. Oh, he makes a man miss. He's going to gun it deep. Throw is up in the air.
Watch it.
Oh, no. Oh, that would have been the play of the season if that had been converted.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's going to bring us to the half, though. The Madison Lynx up 17-7 on top of the Lexington Miners. And, Brett, this is easily, although it's a two-possession ball game, it feels like a one-point game.
And Lexington has done a great job in the second quarter to make it feel like a one-possession game. They were down early, and it looked like nothing was clicking on both sides of the ball. The offense wasn't getting going, and the defense, although stopping a few times there, still Madison was still trudging around and getting ahead and getting to the end zone there with two wide open plays for touchdowns. The tight end catch and Trey Fennick run on that one. But they seemed to turn it around in the second quarter, and they basically grabbed the momentum from Madison. And even though they scored 7 points, you have to think the Miners want to continue this momentum into the third quarter and keep pushing and pushing and pushing, because if they do, eventually that defense is going to break and they're going to start scoring, and it might be in bunches.
Yeah, meanwhile, Madison, of course, that first quarter was almost perfect for the Lynx. However, the second quarter, everything just seemed to fizzle out.
It was like when they flipped the field, they also flipped roles in that one there. Like you said, Madison, especially when it comes to Eric Price, probably a near perfect quarterback rating in the first quarter if I would have to take a guess. But that second quarter, it seemed like Lexington shored things up on defense and gave Madison a tougher time out on the field, which has caused them to punt the ball more often than they did in the first quarter. So this is going to be a very entertaining second half. What's going to happen?
Anything can happen here in the SFL minor leagues. Stick around, folks. Lexington also is going to get the ball to start the second half. So all the more reason for this game to feel much closer than it may appear on the scoreboard. And the second half is underway from here in Wisconsin. And Lexington gets a great kick return up to the 30-yard line.
And we've seen that a few times now where they get to the 30-yard line and giving Dave Burr a good field position to start their drives there. And this one isn't any different there. It's 30-yard line, 70 yards to the end zone. It gives a lot of pressure off to the quarterback there and gives them opportunities to pass and run, do whatever you need.
Deep drop from Dave Burr. Burr hit as he throws. That's going to be incomplete.
And Dave Burr with a little bit of the momentum, a little bit motivation in the locker room there, bringing out the axes, wanting to chip away in this lead there. Unfortunately, gets hit as he tries to throw the ball on this first down, and now we're into 2nd and 10.
Hand off to O'Shaughnessy to the outside. O'Shaughnessy nearly sheds a tackler, but gains 5 on the play. Makes it a 3rd and 5 situation.
It was a good job by O'Shaughnessy to get that momentum back there after an incomplete pass on that one to set up a 3rd and 5 situation where Burr could throw the playbook at Madison and can basically do whatever he wants.
Third down and 5, throws to the sideline, caught in bounds. That's not going to be enough. 2 yards short, and Lexington's going to have to punt it away. Catch was made by number 82, Chris Armstrong.
And Armstrong, unfortunately, couldn't get the momentum to turn himself around after the catch, gets himself out of bounds, and now Lexington has to punt the ball, and you have to believe that Lexington's going to think about this drive for a little bit here, especially with the what-ifs in their head.
Punt is away, and it's going to be fielded at the 23, and they're going to say he gained 1 yard on the return.
And Madison here's thinking to themselves, okay, We stopped Lexington on this drive here. Now it's time to get back to our Madison Lynx football there. Try to get back to their first quarter form here. Eric Price, Trey Fennick, you've got Denabola, you've got Blackwell. There's too many options for them to have 2 quarters of stoppage, essentially.
Short drop, throws over the middle, caught, gain of 6 for the Lynx. Eric Price getting off the pass quickly, and it was caught by Justice Blackwell.
And Blackwell with a nice slant route down the middle there, giving himself a little bit of space so that Price could throw it to him. A little bit of a dive and slide catch, but nonetheless, 6 yards is a good start to this drive.
Deep drop, throws, and it's going to be caught in bounds. Nice job from Eric Price to get the ball off to Denabola, his favorite target tonight by a mile.
Yeah, Denabola with, I believe, his 7th catch already getting pretty darn close to what he had last week in terms of receptions, if not surpassing yards at this point. Denabola having a great game so far.
Going to be another 1st and 10. Oh, that was going to be tipped off. No good. And that's going to be Bullock deflecting the ball away.
It's a nice jumping NBA-style block on that one there. I love it. Gave me shades of Dikembe Mutombo with that pass deflection, even though we're trying to cross basketball references in football here. But a great pass deflection from Bullock on that.
2nd and 10. Gonna be another deep drop for Eric Price. He's gonna be sacked. Loss of 7 on the play. Lexington's defense has just... I don't even know how to describe that, really.
It's just a great pursuit of the quarterback from Fuller there. Another defensive tackle who has gotten to Price here. And now Madison has a 3rd and very deep situation here. Look for Denabola on this pass play right here.
Deep drop, deep pass. That's going to be caught. They gave the 17. They gave a heck of a lot more. Essex Denabola. They may as well change his name to Essex Denabola because, you know, the way that he runs like a mad bull.
Well, I thought you were making a reference to Usain Bolt on that one. You could call him Essex Denabolta on that. Unbelievable with this catch here. It almost feels like I called it too because I said watch out for Denabola, and right there it was a post route to the inside of the field, and great catch and great run after the catch by Denabola.
I mean, really, you know, if there's any other reason for a team to draft him, there's a myriad of nicknames you can give the lad, and he's proving those nicknames true here. 1st and 10 on Lexington 17. Eric Price gets a short throw off, gain of 4 on the play.
A nice little check down pass to McClenny on that one there. Seeing as his options weren't as open as he wanted him to, and McClenny did a good job to keep moving forward on this one. 4-yard plays still are positive plays, no matter what you think of it.
Second down and 6. Short drop, pump fake, throws, caught, touchdown, Madison Lynx.
And the momentum has swung back to Madison here. That's 2 straight passes to McClenny, 2 straight pass catches from McClenny on that one. First a check down pass, and this one a nice little post route to the end zone. And now Madison getting further and further away from Lexington here, possibly making it 24-7 pending the extra point.
Halfway through the 3rd, Madison looking to go up by a clean 3 possessions. Kicks away, and it is good. 24-7, and Madison has firmly retaken control of the ball game.
And they did a great job on this drive, mixing a lot of different pass plays in. Short passes, long passes, extremely long passes to Denabola there. And now it has to respond, and maybe in their heads, you might have to go desperation mode.
Possibly. I mean, there still is a boatload of time remaining on the clock. However, again, being down 3 possessions is never easy, especially when, you're looking to make the playoffs in your maiden season as an SFLm franchise.
And once again, with that special teams unit doing a great job, giving the returner enough space, and Dave Burr, once again, ahead of the 30-yard line and gives him a little bit of pressure off him. Let's see what happens on this drive for Lexington.
Short drop, throws on the flat to O'Shaughnessy.
Right.
O'Shaughnessy sends a man through the spin cycle and picks up the first down. Nice job on his end.
If I can say so myself, that was a Robert Redford-esque spin move from O'Shaughnessy there, basically making the defender go to his own sideline on that one there, getting to the first down line. Impressive agility from the Bay Train.
First and 10, ball's on their own 43. Deep drop from Dave Burr, throws over the middle. That one's going to be caught right over the middle. And it's going to be another first down to Madison's 41-yard line.
And although we haven't heard too much from the Lexington receivers, they're still doing a great job getting themselves open. Zachary Patton with a great catch down the middle of the field to continue the momentum for Lexington, because I know in their heads they want to respond after Madison's recent drive.
Another deep drop. Heaves it towards the sideline, caught inbounds. Gain of 4 makes it 2nd and 6.
Once again, those 4-yard plays, it doesn't feel like they matter too much when you immediately see it, but 4 yards is 4 yards, and a nice little out route. And I believe we see Patton again with that catch and sets up a 2nd and medium situation.
Second and 6. Deep drop. Throws over the middle. Caught. No! Right out of the hands of Zachary Patton. The deep throw is a no-go. Makes it 3rd and 6.
And Patton just unfortunate with that one there. It looked like he had a clean catch, but just bobbled his way out. He had a nice last couple catches in the last couple plays, not just in this drive alone. Just a very unfortunate drop on this one.
Short drop, 3rd and 6. That one's going to be tipped incomplete. 4th and 6. Leon Thunderman with the deflection.
And it looked to be 2 defenders essentially there. Very dangerous pass from Dave Burr there. I understand the reasoning behind the pass, getting past the first down, but that was extremely dangerous with 2 linebackers essentially right there.
Very important punt. Could pin Madison very deep. Bounce at the 10. Bounce at the 5. And it's going to be at the 5-yard line of the Madison Lynx. Sorry, folks. Didn't quite update for me for a second there. And wow, what a punt. Could be a little bit better, but that one was very good.
So we saw the punting unit from Madison pin Lexington in the first quarter inside the 4. This is a little bit of a taste of their own medicine here, getting pinned to the 5-yard line. But we'll have to see how Madison responds to this one.
Hand off to Trey Fennick. Trey Fennick gets hit after a gain of 4 yards. 2nd and 6.
And Trey Fennick, good awareness on that one to see that the inside wasn't going to go, so he went outside the line to his left, and he ran to get 4 yards to set up a 2nd and medium situation, a little bit of breathing room away from their own end zone.
Hand off up the middle once again to Trey Fennick, and Trey Fennick gains, looks to be about 4 on the play, makes it 3rd and 2.
And this time he did go inside, and another 4 yards gain there. And what's important about it is that they're getting further and further away from their own end zone, so they can start opening up the playbook to get away from possibly running the ball here to setting up a possible pass, but they could throw anything.
There's going to be another handoff, and they're going to lose a yard, 4th and 3. Lexington's defense coming up with a crucial 3 and out.
And Lexington did a good job to apply pressure to Madison's left side of the line there. And as they went left, basically Lexington was right there to stop Trey Fennick. And now a deep punt for Madison.
Fourth and 3. Punt is away. And it's going to be fielded at around the 46. And they're going to mark him down at midfield.
And Lexington has to think that, hey, we're in midfield here. We're not too far deep in our own territory. Only 50 yards to work with here. So Lexington needs to start putting the foot on the gas pedal here. Let's see some good action here, boys.
Yeah, time. Turn up the pace a little bit. Dave Burris, he throws it. That one's going to be caught. Gain of 4 on the play.
What an impressive showing to turn a possible momentum-stopping sack to turn it into a 4-yard pass completion. Dave Burr, as he was falling to the ground, basically got it to his man. It's an incredible set of catches from these Lexington Miners so far today.
2nd and 6. It's going to be caught in bounds again. Gain of 6, making it another 1st and 10 on Madison's 40-yard line. That one to David Gares. I think that's his first reception of the night.
David Gares he's had a couple catches in this first half. I believe it's the first catch in the second half here, but Lexington doing a great job to chip away down the field there to get to that first down. 4 and 6 will get you to the 40 there.
It's going to be another handoff to Bailey O'Shaughnessy, who sheds a tackler.
Watch out.
He goes to the end zone. Yes! Touchdown, Lexington.
And once that shed of the tackle happened, it was all speed for Bailey O'Shaughnessy, as a great attempt to try to tackle Bailey and just kept running and running and running. And it was basically a speed game at this point to get to the end zone. And the Bay train gets there first. Choo choo! Lexington back in this game.
Hey, you know, I'm always a big fan of trains, and the Bay train, well, some could say it's one of my favorites. So the extra point on its way from Chance Ton. Kick is away, and it is good. 24-14. Lexington still hanging on, even if by a thread.
And now the defense for Lexington has to respond here with something to stop Madison here. They did a good job to stop them on their last drive here, but they need to make consecutive stops. It can't be one of those stop them one drive and let them get deep down the field and next. It's got to be consistent here.
That's going to be another booming kick taken at the 10, past the 20-25, past the 30, up to the 34-yard line. An extra couple yards, you know, a little bit of extra spice on the kick return.
McClenny did a good job to shift his way around that basically huge swarm of maroon and white around him to basically get further down the field to the 34. Eric Price, that's a good field to start with.
Deep drop from Eric Price, throws over the middle, and now it's going to be deflected and complete. Brings up 2nd and 10. And that's SFLm's 11th target already.
And this time, the Lexington defense basically had double coverage on Denabola, knowing that he's had basically an outstanding game at this point. Most players in an SFLm game don't get to 160 plus yards like he has already in this third quarter.
Second down and 10. Deep drop from Eric Price. He's going to go down for a sack. 3rd and 17, but the last time I recall Madison having a 3rd and 17, you remember what happened that time, Brett?
Denabolta, baby.
Yep, and they got it right down to, I think, the 11-yard line last time. So
And I feel like this has been a matching one too, because they got sacked on the second down as well on that last one.
Third and 17, deep drop from Eric Price. Oh, he's open. He's going to throw it short, though. That's going to be nowhere near enough. 4th and 12.
That's credit to two pieces of Lexington's defense. That's to stop the deep ball, which the secondary did a great job of, and you have to give credit to the pressure of the defensive line as well to force them to a short pass, and now Lexington has a chance to make it a single-digit game if they get the successful drive here.
Snap's a bit off center, but the punt is away. And they're going to flip the field with this kick, taking it about the 30. And they're going to mark him down at the 30. Would you look at that?
Not too bad of an idea trying to go outside on that one, knowing that basically the Madison special teams is going to go steamrolling right straight through, but unfortunately just got tripped up right back where he caught it, essentially. But again, 70 yards is not too bad for Dave Burr to work with here.
First and 10. Short drop, and oh, hit as he throws. It's going to be incomplete.
Nice pressure from Dane Lear on that one there to stop the pass from even happening, essentially. When you get hit when you throw, it's so hard to try to alter your pass, especially when you're going down as quickly as Burr did on that one.
Second and 10, I form, 3 wide. Deep drop, throws over, caught, and O'Shaughnessy gains 3 despite being well in the backfield and slowing down a little bit.
Well, I think it was just due cause from Aaron Alexander, I believe, the fullback on that one there, having a tough time trying to block the defender on that one, kind of getting into O'Shaughnessy's way, which caused a small gain instead of a larger one.
3rd and 8. Short drop is going to be a nice little lob throw, and it's going to be 4th and 8. Less than a minute to go in the third, and Lexington Miners have to punt it away once again.
And there's a nice stop by Madison on this drive here to basically, first off, get to pressure on Burr early in the drive to make him maybe question himself a little bit to if he has enough time with his O-line. And then it leads to a 3 and out, as we've seen right here.
Snap's a bit low, but the kick is going to be away. And they're going to say he got to the 30, but pretty much hit as he caught it. Madison once again is going to be a 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
And they're going to need to forget their last drive there, which was, you could almost say, disastrous from that front there. But you never know with this Madison team. They could have one play, deep end zone touchdown kind of situation.
It's always a possibility. Handoff right up the middle to Trey Fennick. Hit at the 35. And that's going to come to 2nd and 6.
Trey Fennick's kind of slowed down a little bit here in this third quarter, but it was a nice speed burst to get himself definitely down the field to get them into a 2nd and medium situation where you could throw the playbook at him.
2nd and 6, handoff to Trey Fennick once again. Trey Fennick not going to gain or lose anything. 3rd and 6 once again on their own 34.
Excellent pressure from the Lexington defense to basically choose the right side, which Fennick was going to run to, and basically stop him at the line.
That play will bring us to the 4th quarter, though. Put up your 4s, put up your 6s, put them all up in chat, folks. It is 24-14. It's do or die time for these two teams. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Deep drop from Eric Price. Deep throw over the middle. That's
Watch out!
Denabola again. Denabola. He's sprinting. He's got it in the end zone. The Lynx are in the lead. 30-14. And barring the extra point, it's going to be 31-14.
And Denabola can say to himself, I got 200. Absolutely great pass from Price. Absolutely great run after the catch from Denabola, and he got himself some pay dirt. And Madison once again back to that 3-possession game which they wanted. And now Lexington, they have to start thinking 10 minutes to go. We better start get something big here.
Yeah, they need a touchdown on this next drive if they realistically want to stay in it. And kicks away and it is through. You mentioned the most receiving yards in a single game. The current record actually is 226. And that was accomplished by Doug Britton in a Week 8 game all the way back in Season 1 of the SFL minor leagues. So that is who Denabola is chasing after right now. And given his current pace, I wouldn't be surprised if he breaks it.
He's pretty close to it at this point, if not right at it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We get a little bit more of a live stats update, and it's going to be taken out to the 29. And Lexington doing very, they have been doing very well when the momentum's on their side. But in the game of football, you kind of have to force it onto your side when it's in moments like this where it just doesn't seem to be working. Pretty wide, look for Lexington, the handoff up the middle. It's going to be 2nd and 8 after the O'Shaughnessy run. He's had 87 yards rushing today, although that may be a little bit as inflated as his longest is gone for 40.
But still good averages per carry on that one. Anything over 6 yards, that's basically elite running back status in the SFL alone. So O'Shaughnessy's had a good game so far.
Handoff up the middle to O'Shaughnessy, and it's going to be another gain of 1. O'Shaughnessy's been showing that he's very good at these short yardage situations, but on 1st and 2nd down, you don't want short yardage plays. You want those good, 3 or 4, maybe even 5-yard plays.
Yeah, especially when you're down 17 at this point, you really want to explode out for those big plays here. Madison doing a great job on the line.
Throw over the middle, that's going to be caught 1st down. And Dave Burr able to convert very well. David Gares with, I think, a 2nd catch in the 2nd half.
A very nice 1st down catch by David Gares there to get to the inside track, essentially to get to that 1st down. And Lexington has to start thinking, we need to start getting 1st downs on 1st down to keep this momentum going.
First and 10, and it's going to be another handoff to O'Shaughnessy. Nothing gained, nothing lost. 2nd and 10.
Lay the thunder, my man. Leon Thunderman with a diving tackle right there to stop O'Shaughnessy on his tracks. And that's not what Lexington wants as the 4th quarter keeps winding down on them.
Yeah, that clock, they keep looking at it, and they keep getting more and more anxious each second that passes away. And it's going to be another handoff to O'Shaughnessy. They lose a yard, and 17 carries for O'Shaughnessy. You have to wonder at some point, they got to stop it with these like running plays and very short pass plays. They got to get into that next level of the defense.
I think also part of them is thinking that he could break off for a big run, but I do agree with you on this one. They need to start passing more on first and second downs here.
Dave Burr, he's going to go short, and that's not going to be enough for the first down. 8 yards gained, but 3 yards they needed more. 4th and 3 for the Lexington Miners.
It's a good job by the Madison secondary there to basically keep a hold of Zachary Patton and David Garris on this drive here, with Garris getting that first down earlier, but essentially shoring up, especially on this crucial play for Lexington here. And now they're gonna have to punt here and hope that the Lexington defense gets a great stop on this one.
Looking for a deep punt are the Miners, and here we go. It's got a long hang time, but it's going to be fielded at the 12. Taken up to the 16. Madison pinned a little bit deep, but as we both know, Brett, being pinned deep for Madison is no issue.
Well, with the explosiveness of Price's arm and Denabola's legs and hands, it's sometimes 85 yards feels like 25 yards. For Lexington to stop this, they essentially need to shore up Trey Fennick, and they need to shore up Denabola on this drive.
Short drop from Eric Price, and Price goes down due to the sack. And the Lexington Miners, say what you will about the rest of the team, their defensive line has been on point all night long.
Absolutely. When you see the defensive line getting to the quarterback once again, I want to say that's the 3rd or 4th sack in this game from Lexington. They just continue to pressure Price all day.
Handoff up the middle. It's going to be a gain of 1 from Trey Fennick. Going to need 13 yards, and I know the man who can do it.
Yeah, we're going to focus on Estes Denabola here, but we can't forget about Justice Blackwell. He's also capable of even getting those first down catches, if not those explosive long runs. But watch out for both receivers on this play, perhaps.
Deep drop from Eric Price. Throws it over. Tipton is going to be incomplete. Intended for Denabola. The Lexington Miners defense, they keyed up on it, and it's going to be forcing the punt.
First 2 plays essentially was all defensive line to basically push them back, and then in the 3rd play on that pass, Darren Underwood did an impressive job to stop that out route essentially from getting any momentum for Madison here, and Lexington now going to get the football here.
And the punt is away, nearly blocked. Oh, that would have been perfect for the Miners. Although the next best thing, I got to say, being inside their own 50, or being inside Madison's 50, to start the drive.
Yeah, 48 yards in any league is not a lot to go down the field with. So Lexington definitely has to give credit to their defensive line on this past drive to give them such good yardage here.
Deep drop from Dave Burr, throws to the sideline, caught in bounds, and looked like David Garris' 5th reception tonight, got 39 yards. That's a very respectable performance.
It's been very nice. A lot of shorter plays from Garris, but nonetheless, he's getting those catches, and he's pushing Lexington forward with every catch that he's given to them. And Lexington, I would like to feel that they would want to go deep on this one.
2nd and 6, deep drop from Dave Burr, throws over the middle, caught first down. And that one almost looked like it touched the ground, but hey, I'm not going to question it at this point. David Garris, back-to-back catches.
A nice post route inside to the middle. David Garris with a great catch there, and now Lexington getting close to field goal range, if not already there, which is a positive when you're looking to score as many points as you can.
Arguably, you could say they're right on the edge of field goal range as is. First and 10, throw over the middle, caught. And it's going to be a gain of 7.
A very nice catch from Eric Ketchum there with 2 defenders basically draped on him already at that point to push Lexington even further forward down the field, and another second and short situation.
Second and 3, moving around the pockets is Dave Burr. Threw when he wasn't looking. Probably should have looked because he would have had Eric Ketchum for the first down.
And it's a very interesting pass from Dave Burr on that one there. Ketchum was open on the pass, probably gave him a little bit too much mustard on that one, a little bit too far away. And now it's a third down where they need to get to the first down line. It's only 3 yards away.
A lot of things are riding on this play. Could possibly be the season for the Miners. Throws it flat to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy stood up 1 yard short. And, you know, honestly, Brett, I think this is 4 down territory.
Yeah, I have to feel like this is going to you have to go for it, especially when you only have 1 yard to go. You could throw anything out on the playbook. You could give a fullback dive. You could give it to O'Shaughnessy. You could pass it down the field. Anything could happen.
And well, they decided to go with the heavy set. 4th and 1. They need the first down to keep the drive and possibly even the season alive.
They're looking to jump them.
Interesting call. I thought they would have snapped it on a play like that, in a situation like that.
Yeah, very interesting because there's still a lot of options you could go with. You could still go for it on 4th down with 4:30 left to go, especially. There's still a lot of time. Or you could settle for 3, which personally I don't think you should go and just settle for 3, especially when you're down 3 whole possessions. I'd love to see them go for it on 4th down, which it doesn't look like they're doing.
Nope. They're going to kick it. Snap is low, kick is away, and it is good from 43 out.
And we know Chance Towan has the leg because he made a 49-yarder last week. So this one seemed like a piece of cake for him. And now Lexington is now only has a 2 touchdown deficit. And this is what I was thinking. They would go straight for the onside kick here. I would personally love to see Lexington get the ball back to continue this momentum, but Madison chomping at the bit.
Onside kick's never guaranteed, but this time it is guaranteed to go to the Madison Lynx. 4.5 minutes left. It's 31-17.
I think Madison's thinking to themselves they should probably run the clock down here, see if they can shut off as much time as possible. We're probably going to see a little bit more run plays to Fennec here to see if he can push them forward.
Yeah, take them down to the 2-minute warning. They have about 2.5 minutes to work with here. Hand off to Trey Fennec to the outside. Trey Fennec not going to gain or lose anything, but it's okay because the clock keeps moving.
Yeah, that's what Madison's looking for there, but they probably in the back of their heads, they're probably thinking, well, a little bit of yardage might have helped on that. Great stop from the Lexington defense on that play to basically hold them at the line.
Second down and 10. Another handoff, Trey Fennec. Fennec to the outside. Trey Fennec gain around 7 or 8 yards on the run. And they are taking the clock down.
And that was more so what they wanted to do on that run there. Trey Fennec getting a great amount of space to head to the right, getting him a good amount of yardage gain there, getting pretty close to field goal range for them already. And I would believe it's one more run to see if they can push it to the first down line.
3rd and 3. Handoff of the middle. Trey Fennec. Trey Fennec can see outside. They're not going to get the first down. They're going to have to settle for the field goal.
This is an interesting situation here. It's the 32-yard line. They're probably going to have to kick. I would think a 47 or 48-yard field goal. Does their kicker have the leg for it, or are they going to go for a deep punt?
It would be a shallow punt in this case. Yeah, they're going to go for the shallow punt. Give Lexington the ball. I mean, hey, their defense has been sufficient in terms of its performance, so I don't see any reasons why not.
Go back to the first quarter, pushing them back all the way to the 4.
Yeah, see, smart moves. Kicks away, is going to take a fair catch call signaled, and he's going to fair catch it at the 13.
The 13-yard line, still not too bad of a punt there. Still 87 yards to the end zone, and for a team that's down 2 touchdowns, that's a lot of field to work against, I should say, for Lexington. So they're going to try to hope for possibly deeper passes on this drive, I would think.
Deep drop from Dave Burr, throws to the sideline, caught in bounds, gain of 3. And that gets them out of bounds. They still have the time to work with, but they only have 2 timeouts thanks to their move a little bit earlier.
Yeah, and one of the benefits, I should say, about arcing passes is that sometimes defenders go a little bit too soon to try to get that pass deflection. That's exactly what happened there. So instead of a pass deflection, we got a quick catch, 3-yard gain on that out route.
2nd and 7. Looking around, nice little sidearm throw on the all slants. That's going to be a first down to the 32. Lexington's coming out of the hurry up. They saw that one worked, and they're going to try it again.
And the clock keeps ticking.
Another deep drop from Dave Burr. Burr going to go down with the sack, and they're going to try and run it again. Will they get it in for the 2-minute warning? I don't think so. No, they won't. The 2-minute warning sounds. Folks, Madison's up 31-17. Everything is on the line for the Miners. They need a touchdown this drive. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Second and 16. Short drop from Dave Burr. Short throw over the middle. Now it's going to be bouncing around. Who's going to come up with it? Nobody.
That hot potato. Basically, the falling defender, it looked like they're basically kept kicking his feet so he could keep the ball up in the air, but unfortunately it's an incomplete pass for Madison, and fortunately not an interception for Lexington.
3rd and 16. 2 plays from the Miners is what they need to get 16 yards. Lofty throw, tipped in the air. That one was nearly picked off. 4th and 16.
It's dangerous when you have those deep out routes and you arc a pass like that. But give credit to the defense, giving them limited options on that one there. J-Rock with possibly could have been a game-ending interception, but it just tips out, and now it's a 4th and 16. You have to believe Lexington needs to go for it.
4th and 16. They need 16 yards. That yellow line is the season. Empty backfield look. This is a smart call, I would say. Have to reach deep. Not too many plays can go this far in your playbook. Slings it deep over the middle. That was incomplete. Incomplete pass. And the Lynx. All they need is a first down, and it's all over.
It was the right idea, but Leon Thunderman was ready for it. Tips the pass away. Madison has the football with less than 2 to go. It possibly could be it if, like you said, 1 first down, and it could be all over for Lexington.
These are your least favorite moments as a football coach. Hand off to Trey Fennick to the outside. Trey Fennick's going to lose a few yards. Lexington forced to burn one of their timeouts.
It's one of only 2 that they have there. A great job stopping and even pushing them back a little bit there, because within the 27-yard line. It's a deep kick for Madison's kicker there. So if they can push him back a little bit further, get him maybe behind the 30-yard line, it might be another shallow punt if they can make it happen.
2nd and 10, handoff Trey Fennick again. Loses another yard, but Lexington, more importantly, loses another timeout.
That's all their timeouts gone now, and they're going to have to rely on stopping them quickly and hoping that they have enough time to get a quick touchdown, an onside kick, and another quick touchdown. It's not impossible, but as time keeps on ticking down, it becomes more and more improbable.
3rd and 12. And they also probably should get him to block a field goal here. They are in range. Waltz to grab the middle, Trey Fennick to the 23. And Lexington's season pretty much relies on the field goal blocking unit.
Joseph Bumgarner is probably going to have a 35 or 36 yarder to worry about here, which could possibly be a little bit more of a aggressive line from Lexington to try to alter his kick. So this is very much season on the line, Lexington. What are you going to do?
Kick is away. It's up. And it's through! Madison, barring some freak thing happening, is going to hold on to win the ball game.
Yeah, when you get back to 17 with less than a minute to go, it's almost insurmountable at this point. I can't say in my heart that we need a miracle, but a lot of things would need to go their way. This might be the final nail in the coffin for Lexington's hope for a playoff spot.
Kick is away, and the time starts now. 53 seconds. They need 3 touchdowns, which, I mean, hey, I've heard of crazier things happening in a game of football.
Yeah, it's not out of earshot for things to come back, but it's very, very tough in an SFLm game to score essentially 17 points in 49 seconds. We'll see if there's going to be a miracle in Madison.
49 seconds left. Empty backfield's the look for the Miners. Short drop from Dave Burr. Throws the sideline, caught in bounds. And they tick away 3 seconds. Those are not the plays you want to have with this little time left.
They're actually gonna mark it incomplete on that pass, and doesn't look like he got his feet in bounds on that catch. So no gain on that one, unfortunately.
Second and 10. And Dave Burr drops back deep, throws short, caught in bounds, and it's going to be a gain of 3.
They're going to give him that one there, but I don't know if they can be that conservative with their passes. I would love to see a deep pass on this one here. Dave Burr, you gotta rely on his arm at this point.
Third down and 7. 2 plays left. Short drop. Goes over the middle. Caught, and that's going to be a first down, but it was inbounds. They got to get back to the line and quick.
They got to change up the plays here, too.
Yeah. Spike. 29 seconds, and at this point, it seems to be nigh impossible for a win for the Miners at this point.
Yeah, they're going to need this play, I think, to the end zone, and now it would have to be a quick one, like a quick 5-6 second play if possible, but it's tough.
Deep drop, looking around, throws to the sideline, inbound, no! Incomplete, 3rd and 10.
Madison's doing a great job shoring up, especially in their secondary there. The secondary's had a pretty nice game despite no interceptions being caught here. They've done a really good job on basically limiting the receivers to short catches all throughout the game. But this 3rd and 10 is going to be very, very crucial for Lexington now.
Third and 10. Looking around now, Dave Burns gonna be fumbled. Lexington, the ball's still alive. Who has it? It was those Miners. Not enough time to make the comeback, but at least, hey, we're gonna have one more entertaining play.
Exactly. We'll see what happens. Bring it out, but
Dave Burr looking around. Dave Burr gonna lop it over the middle. That one's incomplete. Incomplete. 4 seconds left. Madison's gonna win it.
A little bit of a showman play to kind of end the game there with a running pass, a little Michael Vick-esque, I would say, on that one. Just unfortunately, not a lot of juice on it, and almost an interception from Ward. That would have capped off an amazing defensive game from the Madison secondary, and now Madison at 4-3 they're having a good chance to get in this playoff spot, barring a few situations later tonight.
Yep. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake, they still got to win in order to get their playoff spot. And for Lexington, unfortunately, their playoff hopes have ended tonight as they drop to 2-5 on the season after this thrilling game, honestly. 34-17 after all said and done.
Yeah, and when you look at the stats, there might have been an 100-yard difference on that one there, but if you watch the game throughout, it didn't feel like a big lead at all because Lexington continued to apply pressure both on offense and defense. It was just unfortunate that they got limited to crucial stops from the Madison offense and basically from the fantastic play of Essex Denabola and Eric Price. That connection was more than lethal. It was like, I don't know how to compare it, but it's very much, Denabola looked like Stephen Hacker out there, if I can use that comparison. Just an incredible game by him. I like to think he was pretty close to the record, if not at it. Yep, 214 yards. That's 12 yards away from the record.
12 yards short. Yeah, but still... But still, being 12 yards short of a record is, like that's nothing to shake your head at.
It's going to be a game to remember for him, for sure. Basically, getting Madison playoff hopes well alive at this point there with one game left to go. And that was basically playoff mode Denabola, if I have to say so myself. And it's a toss-up between Price or Denabola for player of the game for me. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd lean more towards Denabola, but Price more than definitely carried his weight during that game. And of course, for the Miners, yeah, it's a tough game. It's a tough game to lose like that and to miss out on your playoff hopes. But it was still a pretty decent ball game from them, and they showed that no matter what, they're always going to be at least a competitive team.
Yeah, they shouldn't look at the score on this one here, because 17 was definitely not how it felt throughout the game.
Yeah, it felt like and yep, Essex Denabola wins player of the game. All those off just 9 receptions, too. The man was on fire, really no other options, and we would like to say from all of us here at the SFLm, I'm Jack Brown alongside Brett Solberg and Cam Irvine up in the booth, making us sound as smart as possible. And of course, producing this game, we say so long and have a wonderful rest of your Sunday evening and enjoy the rest of what SFLm has to offer.